Hey there everyone, it's Jen, the board game librarian, coming from you again in my glass fishbowl of an office. Today we're going to do another short book review, and today we're going to look at The Last Tang Standing by Lauren Ho. The Last Tang Standing by Lauren Ho, we have our main character, Andrea Tang, and she's not married, she's 33, she's a lawyer looking to make partner, and the book takes place in Singapore. And we have a cast of characters from her best friend Linda, to a friend Jason, to another friend Valerie, to her office mate Suresh, to her other, we'll find out, friend, fiance, Eric, and Andrea's mother. And, you know, when you're 33 and living in Singapore and unmarried, it's a thing. It's a thing. A lot of parental pressure going on for you to marry, and a lot from society too, from your coworkers, as Andrea gets. And finding a partner at 33 is kind of hard. So she talks about going on dates and finding people. But at the heart of this book, to me, is not a romance. I picked this book up off our library shelf because I thought it was a romance. It's kind of got that, as I come in and out of focus here, I thought it was a romance. And I just say sometimes love needs a little family intervention, which does kind of happen. So I picked it up. I'm still on my romance kick here, as you can see, since most of my reviews seem to be romances. And I am trying really hard to read a lot more own voices, books from diverse authors from around the world. And this time, I thought this looked great. It's not quite a romance, which I think is a little misleading. It's really a book about finding yourself, finding out who you are, redefining what you do, what you do, and how you do it, and the why. Why do you do it? Which Andrea learns over the course of this book. Andrea makes a lot of mistakes. She's definitely a very flawed character, and I think is pretty likable in that way. She, in many ways, has her act together. She's got this really powerful job where she's working amazingly long hours to try to make a partner, but she can't get her love life together. She sometimes has her friends up and down. So Andrea's in a place where she needs to figure out who she is, and she tries doing that with someone, and we'll read the book and find out. But our main love interest is not super present throughout a lot of the book, and for me, some of their chemistry wasn't believable sometimes. It was there, but it wasn't a main focus for me of this book. We have a closed-door romance. We don't really see much of anything going on at all, even, not a lot of kissing. The romance, there's some banter back and forth between her and her main love interest, and it's fine. I actually believed there was more romance between her and the gentleman that she ends up getting engaged to, that was more romantic. Not a good fit necessarily. Some spoilers going on here, so you can zoom ahead. But in terms of, it says in the back here, her meddlesome Chinese-Malaysian family won't let her forget that she needs a man to complete her. And in terms of the meddlesome family, her mother is definitely a presence in her life in this book, and her sister Melissa does show up as well. But her sister Melissa is not meddling in her life. Her mother is of sorts, and the aunties. But even that, to me, is a very, very, very side burner aspect. It's not a lot that I think that's going on in this book. Some of the things that I really enjoyed about this book included the travel, that Andrea travels so much in this book. She just gets on a plane and goes, and There's like no thought of just maybe when you're a lawyer and you have a very high profile accounts, that's just what you do. Could be. I don't know. I'm not living that life. Um, but we see a lot of the culture. And I said in my Goodreads review that the culture is almost a character in this book, that we learn a lot about Malaysian, Singaporean life and families through this book. And the pressures they face, how different and similar life is. And I always love books like that where I learn something new and can broaden my horizons too. But also learn that, yeah, people are people no matter where we live, and we're so similar in so many ways. So I liked this book. I read it very quickly, but I can't say that it blew me away. Some folks were saying that it was funny. It was witty. It was definitely very witty, but I didn't find myself laughing out loud like I have in some other books that I've read that are in this genre. If you think you'd like the description of the book, if that entices you, maybe this book is for you. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't pick up any more of her books. I might give them a go and see if she changes her style or there's anything else. The book to me was also a little long. It's almost 400 pages, and sometimes the reward didn't seem worth the length, that there were some that could be chopped out. I should say, too, that this book is done in like a diary format where, as you can see, there's the date and some timestamps. So I liked that, but there was times when it was slowing the book down. So yes and no. Could be for you, could not be for you. So let me know if you've read The Last Tang Stand-In by Lauren Ho in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.